are looking for all sorts of scary attractions to celebrate. But one author says one of the most haunted cities in the country happens to be right here in the Mid-State. News Channel 5's Eric Hill explains.
A day like this, it's pretty gloomy, is the perfect setting for a story like this. Kind of been glossed over in the history book. A story about stories in what author Alan Searcy calls one of the most haunted cities in the country.
I put it up there with Savannah, New Orleans.
This month, Searcy published The Ghosts of Gallatin after researching the town's haunted history.
And I came up here, started talking to people, doing some research, and every building I went into, multiple people were telling me, oh, I've seen this, I've heard this, or footsteps upstairs. And literally, every building on North Water, somebody had a store for me.
Like unexplained events about the street's shops.
The table.
We are going to a haunted place that people say that, like, they rate it really good, and they say it's really haunted. And lately we've been getting into ghosts and stuff because we think our house is haunted. So we wanna like find out more about ghosts, and hopefully we can talk to ghosts. We've made a few inventions. I'll show you those. But hopefully something happens, and we're about to leave. So see you over there. We made it.
Available for rental. You just call and ask questions.
We're right outside of the Rosemont building. Looks pretty cool. It'd be crazy if we saw a ghost staring at us through the inside. But there's some graves over there. Dad's gonna try to call the number again so maybe we can get a tour. It's empty, so they said it's open, but just take a look at the building. It's beautiful. So I also wanted to show y'all these boots. Ooh. But
Horrible part of town. There's lots going down here like daytime, but they see flashlights shining around.
So obviously we couldn't get into the Rosemont, even though the website said they were opened. So me and Dominic got on Facebook, and they told us to try across the street at a place called the Pickle Treats. So we ended up going over there, meeting with the woman Shauna. She's on the board for Rosemont, and we were hoping that she could get us into the Rosemont. She texts us back that she could not. They were doing renovations, but she rents her shop out to do paranormal investigations because apparently there's a ghost there. So she texted me back 2 days later saying we were more than welcome to come check out her place after hours and let us in to look around. So shout out to her, and here's what happened.
so 2 days ago, we went to Rosemont. It's a very scary place and has a lot of ghost activity in Gallatin, so we were going to go there, but we tried calling them to get a tour, and nobody was there, so we couldn't get a tour. But there's a person next door, and she told us some stories of how her little shop is haunted, and they say their ghost's name is James, and she's going to let us stay tonight after hours. And we found out that the author of the book is in one of Daddy's Facebook groups, and in one of the author's books, it shows the place where we live and how it's super haunted, and it was like a slave quarters. So I'll put y'all back on when we get there.
We're over here at Pickle Treats and Antiques. It's an antique store here in Gallatin. Originally, this property here is part of the Rosemont property. Judge Josephus Congeal gave this land to his daughter Betty when she got here. She built a house and it's called Guildwood. today it's an antique store. Let's go inside and check it out. Now, the ghost here at Pickle Treats and Antiques is thought to be a man by the name of James. They say that he is either a servant for the Gill family or he was the caretaker for the elderly lady who lived here in the home in the 40s and 50s. So back here is where all the really weird kind of sounds come from. They say that you can hear breaking glass. Back here, like glass will shatter, and they'll run from the cash register over here, and you can't find a single thing broken. They told me over here they had a booth where the older man who kind of surly, kind of older, grumpy guy, and the spirit didn't like him, so the older guy, he'd come in the morning and find broken stuff in his booth. And over here, in the back part of the store, there's a dollhouse that the spirit here likes to tinker and play with. Shauna told me every single morning she comes in, and the door, the dollhouse has been open. As you can see, there's a little rabbit there in front of it, so whatever's doing that to reach around that rabbit and open the door.
Yeah, yours is still going red.
I know, it's been doing it.
It is?
That means something's close.
Can you see it on your phone?
Okay, can you see the phone?
It's not even picking up anything like yours does.
One in.
James, is that you behind the counter? You see him disappear?
Yeah. Oh. What's he doing back there?
And the other
I
thing
don't know.
is, people bring in a lot of old stuff.
And he's back there.
So there could be things.
And you'll
connected
probably
to
find
that.
different ones in different places.
What? There's more than one?
Yeah, on occasion we have several in here.
Oh. Oh, those are.
Now when you put it on people, and that's what you see, that's
I had a meeting
you make
on
sure that it picks up everybody. But you can be doing that, and you'll see them
those
behind.
bells are from
'Cause
the
there'll be an
original
extra.
building.
That'd
The
be
original
scary.
building is like from there back.
Wow.
But
That
the
was
scary
original
part is
building.
the dots on the
It's been
head.
there since
How many dots he has on his head?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
And then all this other stuff was built
Weird.
on over
Yeah.
the years.
because nobody
But,
else has that.
Yeah, everybody.
She's
Oh.
been here
Well,
3 or 4 times.
I don't think.
So I have this cool little machine right here that when the lights go all the way up, that means there's like a ghost here. And yeah. Nothing else. So y'all won't be able to see me. Y'all will only be able to see the flashlight parts. But we're not seeing much. The
Well, it did. There it goes.
James. Oh.
If this is you, turn it to red.
A ghost James is attached to this house, and they put a doormat for him. And
James,
there's
hit the button.
a screaming.
What?
If they weren't in here, then why did they make that noise?
That buzzing or beeping? I don't know. I thought they were in here.
James, if you're here, that red button.
James, if you're here, that red button.
Can you press the red button? It'll make the light go off and the noise go off, and we'll know you're here. Can you move something or make a noise or bang on something?
Play your music. What's wrong with this?
He does not know that. It's pretty empty over here.
I wonder what was that?
Was it higher over there?
Here?
I'm not getting it.
No, like on that side. Which side?
Green most of the time.
You were just over there. He means all the way over there.
Is
No,
this,
the room.
or is it staying lit up more over there or over here?
He's asking which side is more.
It happened over there. It went up like good once, but in here it's went up good more a couple times.
Y'all have a rooster over there?
No.
We had one over here. Yeah, we had one over here. I think it's just
Which
regular.
one's red? You said which one was Was the ghost standing right here?
She was right over there.
These toys move? Or rock? James, are you in here? James. Is anyone in here with us? What about Catherine? James, is that your wife, Catherine? Is Catherine the mannequin?
It's boom.
Boom, boom. Is it? Oh, it's going off.
Right
Oh,
there.
it's going all the way to red now.
Ooh.
I need to ask her where you can get one of these and how much they are. You gonna ask her?
Oh, wait, where was that camera? Oh, this room? What room was that?
I'm not sure.
I just want to see if we were.
Just want to see if anybody bought it.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna touch this time? No one wants to play? Oh, it's going to red now. No, it just stopped. It was going to red. Is it you?
James, would you like for it to be pitch black?
Are you videoing?
Yeah. Can someone touch one of us?
I can't video because I'm dark. That's a creepy. Oh, sorry. Oh, look at all that blue. He's like over here.
Yeah. What was that? What is that? Sounds like footsteps. Is somebody over here walking? It's probably just a building settling. No. I'm not feeling spooked today. Is anybody else feeling anything?
No.
Where was that camera at you saw the other day?
Wait, show me that.
Oh, it's sitting right there.
Sure would. What? I'm actually just see something through this.
It's a pretty cool old camera. Ask her how much it is.
That camera?
Yeah.
Thought it doesn't sell that too.
I mean, she owns a store, goober. All right, well. So obviously we didn't find any ghosts that night, but it was a really cool experience. Shout out to my boys for doing that, 2 of which are only 11, so that was big props for them for actually doing that and not being scared. I think it's cool that they have a sense of adventure and want to learn about history and doing things outside the norm. So I appreciate y'all watching. Big shout out to Shauna for letting us come into your building after hours. That was really cool. And if you haven't read this by Alan Searcy, it's a really good book.
Even if you don't like ghosts, there's a lot of history of Gallatin in there, so I'd check that out if I were y'all. And I guess on to the next adventure. We keep going from reptiles to ghosts, and I guess we're just going to have to keep changing our name a million times. I appreciate y'all watching the video. On to the next adventure.